Hello, I'm Joe McDonald and this is Big Mac's Battle Blog. So I'm still in Kherson. Didn't have to go and fight the other day. The enemy continue to push the bridge, but at this moment in time, and there's 2 brigades of them, not 2 battalions, so that's more like what's that, 1,600 men? Yeah, 1,800 men, something like that. But they're just doing kind of more of the usual, you know, just slightly increased numbers of men sent into what are essentially fucking suicide attacks. You know, because they haven't, to our knowledge, brought up any heavy engineering equipment, which is the only way that you're going to turn that bombed bridge into a not bombed bridge. So yeah, you know, so I'm probably not going to have to, you know, go on one last dangerous mission as a retiring cop like in the films, you know. So yeah, which is nice. There's been some bad news over the last couple of days. I found out a few days ago, and then I noticed yesterday that the Kiev Post had a story about it for 2 days. So yeah, a British guy called Swampy, who has been involved in Ukraine since 2014 and I spoke to him right at the start. He was like a node for British volunteers who were coming over, you know, some kind of alternative information point basically. And he was involved with training police and all kinds, and special forces and all kinds of guys. And he's also fought as a soldier over here, and he was killed defusing what I've been told was an anti-personnel mine. It's always the most anti-personnel devices, especially victim-operated ones, are always the most risky to work on. And unfortunately, there was another guy who was killed with him at the same time, and a 3rd person wounded. So that's a real tragedy, and it once again reinforces what I've said before, that it's you can be as skilled as you like here, but it's a lottery, you know, a lot of the time. Sorry, I'm just the dog's trying to force his way past me, and yeah, it's not working out for him. Sorry, mate, I didn't mean to hurt you then. So yeah, on top of that, I had some bad news as well the other day. Probably about a week ago, I found out that one of the originals from the Legion was missing, and had been missing for a couple of weeks, and he's now confirmed KIA. I don't know what the status of the body is at this moment in time. For fuck's sake, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know whether they got the corpse back or not. But I'm waiting on news about if there's going to be a funeral or anything, or a memorial service. And if there is, I will make myself available for that. Go up to Kyiv. Yeah, it's. I also found out a couple of weeks before that another guy who I was in the Legion with right at the start, German Colombian guy, I'd known he was dead a while, but they finally got the body back in I presume an exchange between the Russians and the Ukrainian military. And yeah, me and him never got on. For fuck's sake, fucking phone, stay fucking still, you fucking cunt. Yeah, you can see I'm not in the fucking mood today, you know. So, yeah, there you go. That's what you fucking get now. So, yeah, I found out that his body had been recovered, and they had a funeral service for him in Kyiv a couple of weeks ago. And even though we never got on, I definitely felt sad. He wasn't integrally a bad person. He was just a silly young kid, and he died bravely as a soldier. Yeah, you know, fighting in a very, very difficult part of the front line, extremely difficult. And I was talking with, I wrote this about this in one of my community posts the other day that I edited. That I was talking with Gary, who does the channel Frontline Medical, and he, yeah, out of the original group of guys who were around at like Yaraviv and Rivne and came through that first campaign with us along the Donets River in Kharkiv, you know, of that crop, like the Legion originals, of the guys who hung around for long enough to actually count, you know, because there's plenty who didn't, you know. Sorry guys, you're not originals, you left too soon. Yeah, out of those guys, like 80% are now dead or wounded, you know. There's just fucking no one left, and it's shocking, really. Like 80%, you know. I mean, a lot of them were wounded when they left the Legion and went to other units. You know, some were wounded with the 59th, some were wounded with the 45th, some were wounded with 3rd Assault or Azov, etc., etc. You know, Carpathian Sich. You know, that some of them were wounded with those other units or other battalions within the Legion, like the 3rd Special Operations one. But nevertheless, the original class photo, there's only 20% of us left, and it's like, fucking hell. I mean, I knew this war was going to be tough, but that's a hell of a thing to be able to say. And trust me, there's no fucking glory on this hill. That's for sure. It's an extremely lonely fucking place to be, you know. But yeah, 80%. So yeah, that's the sort of thing that's been going through my fucking head lately, as I've been walking the dog and thinking about the guys. You know, I remember all these little moments with them, you know. I mean, even the ones where we didn't get on that well, there were moments where we did and had a laugh, you know. And yeah, that's the price. That's just a little, what's it called, slice, you know, a little relief shot of a section of this war and the sort of casualty figures that are probably common up and down the line. In fact, I know they are, you know. So yeah, fucking hell. Anyway, that's all I've got to say today. It's goodbye from me, Joe McDonald at Big Mac's Battle Blog, and as always to our pro-Russian and Vacnik listeners, Iddy noisily. But oh shit, yeah, we just paid for a bunch of car repairs and stuff today, like £1,000. So yeah, thank you everyone. All right, goodbye.